He wants to share his heartfelt thoughts with you. Hello, hello, everyone. Maybe words fail to convey the meaning, so he often hesitates to speak. Maybe the timing is off, and he finds himself speechless despite having much to say. Perhaps the passion of love has been exhausted, making it hard to say "I love you" with confidence. He truly feels there is so much he wants to tell you. So today, we have a special card reading session to see what he wants to say to you from the bottom of his heart. Before we start, please like and comment, okay, so I can sense more information about the other person. The 3 cards in the picture are today's 3 options. Starting from the left, they are the first group on the left, the second group in the middle, and the third group on the right. Please think of the other person in your heart at this moment, and choose the group you feel most drawn to based on your first instinct. Choose the group you feel most drawn to. If you haven't decided yet, you can like and pause. Don't overthink it. Once you've made your choice, let's look at the corresponding content. After liking and commenting, we will look at the first group. So let's first see what the current choice between you two is. Let's check your messages. First, we have the 6 of Swords. It feels like someone left in a huff and said some harsh words. In this relationship, it seems like both of you have said things you didn't mean. The person who said those words has their own issues to deal with. Some things were said because there was no other choice. In their heart, they didn't really want to be so heartless, or cruel, or to make you or themselves sad. It's because both of you are in a situation where you had no choice. Actually, I feel that in this relationship. Because of the 6 of Swords, it feels like a state of moving forward with a team, persistence, and dreams. So, there might be hesitation between love and dreams. It's about sticking to one's past goals. If one chooses love now, adjustments might be needed. So, it's like walking a certain life path, but looking towards a direction that doesn't seem to belong to you, because of this relationship. This relationship involves making choices. And if no changes or adjustments are made, especially because the 6 of Swords indicates someone leading, then it might be predictable. Since someone is leading, so you don't have to enter a very difficult path. Therefore, in this relationship, the energy around making choices is particularly strong. This is the 6 of Swords, and both of you are quite tired at the moment, so there's a feeling of being very hurt. Wow, there's also a restrained energy. There should be a long-distance relationship in this dynamic. Additionally, there will be some messages like pretending not to see something, such as reading messages but not replying, or being around but staying silent. There might be small interactions in this relationship, like tea parties, with snacks or chats in the break room. Sometimes, often, you might also have talked about some topics related to art or sports, and even some healing-related information. Recently, you might have discussed going out for a meal or planning an outing together. Additionally, in this relationship, it seems like both of you are busy with your own things, but secretly keeping an eye on each other, trying to understand each other quietly. Wow, there's also the 4 of Wands, which indicates a group relationship, energy. Additionally, I feel that in this relationship, you both might be very skilled or capable in managing the relationship, so you don't feel disadvantaged in love. However, there might be a sense of being accidentally overlooked or isolated, like one person being busy with their work or classmates, or someone is busy with certain group activities, causing the other person to wait on the side. This energy suggests that one person has their own things to do, leading to a passive feeling indicated by the World card. There are some unexpected events, and it feels like the universe isn't cooperating. Even though you had agreed on a time to meet, to find them, or to say something, it ended up getting disrupted. Of course, if you didn't do this, then... So this is the other person's energy, because this is about the matters between the two of you. It's like the words were on the tip of the tongue, but then some unexpected events happened, and the words were blown away. Originally, they wanted to ask you out today to meet and chat, but it almost got stuck there. This kind of energy is present. Moreover, in this relationship, you might enter an unstable state due to the end of something. In an unstable state, it might be due to the end of a group relationship, having to leave, or the strong energy of long distance. It also includes situations where, after some project cooperation, the two of you might not be able to connect again or lack a suitable environment to meet. In this group, there are names with K, L, and I, and there might be some others as well. Friends, in this relationship, there might be someone with a name that includes a W. This is just a piece of information about names. As for zodiac signs, there's a bit more. Air and fire energy, with air being slightly more prominent. Earth energy is the most abundant, while water energy is the least. Everyone should know their own zodiac attributes, so I don't need to elaborate, right? Alright, this is the message for everyone. Now, let's see what he really wants to say to you. Let's draw a card. Am I the person you love the most? When this question comes up, it definitely indicates that there is some uncertainty and indecision between you two. The person asking this is likely someone who is very guarded or hesitant, worried about not being important. There's a sense of, if I'm not the best, if I'm not special, then I don't want to continue. If you still want to linger, if you see me as just a temporary pleasure, then I don't want to take any more risks for this relationship. So there's a sense of testing true feelings. Here, I feel a bit awkward, and it really makes me feel that there are definitely some opportunities. This person wants to say something very special and sincere to you, but the words just don't come out. The words were on the tip of the tongue but got blown away by the wind, and they weren't successfully spoken. You two might really need to find some time to sit down and talk. However, some relationships inherently can't be discussed, like teacher-student or superior-subordinate relationships, because there's a layer of identity there that makes it impossible to talk. Even if you have a mouth, you can't speak. If you could talk, you'd be very talkative. But the key point is that you can't say it, and it feels like the more you try to explain, the more complicated it gets. Give me another chance. This person definitely wants to try something again. They feel that they did something before but couldn't express it well, like a little bird, cautiously standing on a fragile branch, wanting to do something but not daring to. They have this feeling, but they are actually ready to speak because little birds are usually chirping away, wanting to speak out. Memories are beautiful. Oh, there really will be some friends with whom you might lack the support of certain environments in the future. You might rarely meet, or find it difficult to meet now, with the distance increasing. Even wanting to say something or do something or just to take a glance, by chance, will become inconvenient. And then, being with you is happiness. You see, the Four of Wands is right here. In the relationship between you two, there is definitely a message of great joy and happiness. It makes this person feel genuinely happy from the bottom of their heart. They feel reluctant to let go because there are so many beautiful things drawing you two together, secretly watching you. I mentioned that this person is definitely sneaking a look because, in the Temperance card, one eye is open and the other is closed, indicating this kind of behavior. The feeling of being sneaky is indeed very strong and heavy. Am I really not as good as him? This person has a bit of a competitive attitude, really wanting to make themselves seem particularly special, absolutely special, with absolute authority and importance, a bit of a prideful mindset. They have given you the best. I guess this person really can't say much. They might do more in reality. I also think that at this moment, they might be facing it again. Actually, when it comes to people and things, he often feels a lack of interest, like they are tasteless. He feels that a lot of his sense of novelty is projected onto you, which makes him unhappy and passive. He says he doesn't owe you anything because he is a bit proud. You see, saying this is a bit hurtful. I don't owe you anything, but you don't owe him either. Really, sigh. Or maybe you did before. What kind of demands? What do you want him to do? He doesn't want to do it. There's a sense of pride, like, why should I do what you ask? I don't owe you anything. I can't just do whatever you tell me to do. He's used to being praised and lifted up by others, so it's clear he's not the type to easily go along with things. In a relationship, he's a bit proud. Don't listen to what they say. This person might feel that someone is trying to get close to you or show you affection. They might also think that some people who dislike them have told you things about them, making them feel particularly insecure. Additionally, Your relationship might be hindered by third-party influences, making them wonder if you are swayed by others. They say, "I don't understand love, but having you makes me very happy." This person doesn't seem to be the type who actively fights for or manages a relationship. If I can overcome the distance, can you overcome other obstacles? There's a bargaining mindset here. Indeed, there might be some long-distance energy in your relationship, making it hard for this person to make adjustments or changes easily. For him, he wants to do something for this relationship, but the key issue is that he feels, should I do it? Is it worth doing? Or do you need me to do it? He has this feeling, just wanting you by his side. Then he also said, "Sai, it's really complicated. What happened between you two? Why is there such a mix of love and hate? Or did he do something that caused you to feel this way for a long time? This sentence makes me feel that he really misses you. It seems like you two haven't had a good conversation or heart-to-heart talk for a long time, to the point where this person sometimes feels like there's something missing between you. The right opportunity, just missing the right state to truly do or say something." All right, this is the message for our friends in the first group. Thank you very much for watching, and best wishes to everyone. After liking and commenting, we will look at the second group, for those who chose the middle card. First, let's check the current energy state between you two, to confirm. All right, the first card is the Two of Swords. In this relationship, there is a sense of being stuck. Although one person needs to make a decision, the person making the decision seems to be blindfolded. In this state of being in the world, it feels like there's no clear direction, whether to go left or right, so one might as well just do it first and talk later. Someone has this mindset because it's really a tough situation. They think, whatever, the result will be the same whether I move forward or backward, so they decide to give it a try. Additionally, it feels like there's a lot of chatter around this person, even if they want to focus on this relationship. Moving in a positive and good direction is the goal, but it seems quite difficult because there are some obstacles. Sometimes when making decisions, there are too many voices, which can influence or interfere. This kind of energy is present. Additionally, the Six of Swords also gives a feeling that your relationship is being rushed by some people who don't really understand the situation. These voices, especially from those who speak loudly, are pushing things along. He doesn't have a particularly positive and favorable attitude or disposition towards or in relation to you in any way. Also, there might be some people whose names contain the letters O or S. These letters have a noticeable energy. Regarding your relationship or connection, it feels like sometimes you haven't figured out the next step at all. Then, the relationship moves to the next stage. There's a feeling of progressing while observing, but honestly, it will have some hiccups along the way. Air and earth energies both suggest a coexistence of rationality and reality. Sometimes this means being overly focused on certain factors in reality, which might lead to forgetting the path one is actually on. It can result in being so absorbed in one's work or choices that the current moment is missed. This moment could have made the relationship more positive and beautiful, but because of personal priorities, choosing your own priorities can sometimes hinder the things you need to maintain in the present. This can make the relationship more tense. When you hesitate, the other person might make the decision, and when you hesitate, the relationship might miss the right timing or opportunity. Additionally, this group of friends seems to have high emotional intelligence, but this relationship might exceed what you can handle. The range of choices or adjustments involves some catalyzing energy, leading the relationship into a certain situation. Moreover, this relationship itself has factors between the two of you that cause discomfort and significant pressure. This is due to the mutual forces at play between you two. Additionally, it feels like there's a sense of wanting, but being unable to act. The current state of the relationship is that when you want something in your heart, you find it difficult to achieve it. In this state, some friends are very clear about how to choose this relationship, but they might retreat, creating such a situation. Oh, that's too much. Let's draw another card and see. There's also the Queen of Cups. The woman in the relationship has developed feelings, and in some cases she might even be pregnant or have a baby. This means that either the woman got pregnant because of this relationship, or she has had the experience of having a baby. This makes me feel that there are quite a few choices in this relationship. Another thing, in this relationship, it seems that both of you care quite a bit about the emotional aspect, but there's a somewhat strong sense of confrontation and stagnation. This is the state of your relationship. Both of you prioritize your careers, so emotions are not the top priority. However, this relationship makes you feel a sense of doubt, as both of you value your careers and personal development, which affects your feelings. When it comes to making choices in a relationship, it can be quite difficult. Let's draw another card to see what he wants to say to you. Loved, no longer love. Every time I see this card, it feels awkward because of the typo. It gives a sense of loved but no longer love. Then, I want to be with you from day to night. I feel that this person seems to be struggling a lot. This card sounds very ambiguous, but I don't think there's anything particularly inappropriate in the message. He really just wants to fully and wholeheartedly have you. It gives me the feeling that he thinks you two haven't focused solely on each other for a long time. Sometimes, even when you are in the same room, your minds are on other things. He feels that even if he can hold your hand and see you, there are too many things that can't be said. There are so many messy thoughts that both of you are in a state of unrest. The message I get from this card is that the other person really wants a moment where both of you can calmly enjoy your relationship. Of course, this also includes situations where some friends might be in a bit of a cold war or have some conflicts with the other person. This leads to a strange and uneasy atmosphere whenever you see each other. The other person can actually sense this. That's the message I get from this card. What he really wants is to have a peaceful relationship with you, just the two of you. He wants to truly feel what this relationship brings to him, without arguments, silent treatments, or weighing pros and cons. He wants to interact with you from the heart, purely feeling the emotions. He wants to experience this with you together. I feel that this person might be very focused on the emotional aspect of this relationship. He actually hasn't made up his mind, so when your energy appears, whether you act or not, speak or not, it will make his thoughts feel chaotic. I feel that this person might have a bit of a romantic streak, and some people might actively show him goodwill, making him feel that it's not something he actively seeks out. Instead, it's like he can't always do what he wants, but rather it's influenced by others. In that scenario, in that atmosphere, he couldn't embarrass others or make himself look particularly awkward. So I think this person wants to tell you that it's not that he always wants to do certain things, but external factors make his mind very chaotic. He can't make things seem cold or awkward, and he wants to tell you that he's not a perfect gentleman, but he wants to. When it comes to things he cares about, he tends to have more demands for maintaining them. This person actually wants to tell you that he weighs the pros and cons a lot when it comes to relationships, so sometimes he can't be a very responsible person. He says that people from two different worlds might feel that in the future you two might enter into another type of relationship or scenario. Additionally, I also feel that you two might. Different countries in the future will lead to different countries or different lifestyles. It's like one person belongs to one circle and the other person belongs to another circle, creating a feeling of not being able to fit in. In the long term, this kind of situation makes it difficult for your relationship to be viewed with a common perspective. And will you keep waiting for me? This person feels stuck by something at this level. He actually makes me feel that he has a very sincere attitude towards this relationship. I can sense that he believes in certain things, so he has made wishes. In his heart, he has softened towards this relationship. He truly feels that there is a possibility for this relationship, and prays that there will be certain changes at some point, a time when things can change. And this person, I think, he has a bit of a strong possessiveness towards you and doesn't want you to think about other people. He hopes that your heart is only filled with him, and he wants to feel that this relationship has a significant influence on you. He always wants to feel special and unique, but then he says, "We are just friends. We are just friends." Either he says you two are just friends, or he is trying to explain something to you. The other people are just friends. It's not that he likes them or wants to do anything with them. He also wants to tell you, "I lose control in your love." He wants to ask, "Is he better than me?" All right, your relationship might be too complicated, with too many people involved. Even if you only have each other in your hearts, there will always be misunderstandings about having other people. Did you cry again? Preaching, are you feeling sad again? Do you really hate me? You two said some harsh words, didn't you? After saying harsh words, maybe you both felt soft-hearted again. When saying harsh words, you both were quite articulate, but when feeling soft-hearted, it was unbearably painful. There are voices doubting us being together, really creating some obstacles, and in their eyes, between the two of you, he even said, "Wait for me." I think he has some plans, some small goals, and it feels like he wants to make some moves later on. I always think of you. You can pay attention to what I estimate he might want to do, but don't be overly concerned. Just wait for him to say something if he does. This could take a long time, right? So everyone should focus on their own lives. If you want to wait, you can, but don't let your world revolve solely around him, okay? That's all the information for our second group of friends. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and claim your good luck. Blessings to you all. After liking and commenting, let's look at the third group, for those friends who chose the card on the far right. First, let's draw a card and see what message everyone is getting. Okay. The first card is the Queen of Pentacles. For women, this likely means that they know very well what they want to do and they tend to pursue their careers and material life, including a sense of family stability. So, women might be focusing on these aspects. When considering this relationship, more practical factors need to be taken into account, and this energy is present. Additionally, with the Queen of Pentacles, here, the woman's material conditions should be relatively good and advantageous. Moreover, the woman herself has particularly beautiful eyes. Next is a Three of Wands, indicating that this relationship might also involve a certain long-distance aspect. Because of the distance, everyone might be just observing the relationship, without being able to fully engage in it. The other person seems to be waiting for the right moment to act, and they are very concerned about what you are doing. Who is around you? What have you been doing? What is the subconscious meaning behind some of the things you say? He wants to know all of this, so I feel that this person actually cares a lot about your relationship. He also feels very nostalgic and wants to reach out. Right now, he is probably feeling quite stifled, like he is longing intensely, but unable to act. Of course, this also involves our third group of friends, your energy, including the period of the Queen of Pentacles. Looking at it again, the relationship is currently in a bit of a stagnant phase. Moreover, one person in this context has an exceptionally good physique, very curvy, and clearly has a history of working out. You can tell from the feel that they have a well-toned body, not soft or flabby at all. The tactile sensation is quite impressive, definitely on the level of being remarkable to the touch, and I would say that this person really stands out in that regard. When he looks at your relationship, he actually cares more about what the future holds for the two of you. Both of you are quite realistic individuals, and it often feels like you are back to back, thinking about each other in your hearts. However, when it comes to interacting with each other, or doing something together, there is often a lot of speculation between you two. It's very interesting, but when it comes to doing things, it's easy to miss out. Even if what you want to do in your heart is exactly the same, it can still be a bit difficult. And then there's the Sun, which indicates that there is a third-party energy in this relationship. This includes someone being pregnant or having children. Additionally, there is an age difference in this relationship. Your relationship may face opposition from elders or obstacles from children, indicating a certain third-party influence. The influence on the relationship also includes some emotional troubles. This belongs to the category of friendships. Besides being a three-party emotional relationship, it might also involve a friendship among three people. This relationship always surprises me. Additionally, this relationship places a lot of importance on family. I really feel that there are obstacles among family members a bit more. Also, on a material level, I feel that between the two of you, either you or he, in terms of money and abilities, what you can contribute and what you can get, there is definitely a tendency to be a bit calculative. Another thing is, these card examples make me feel the emotional connection between the two of you, indicating that both of you are quite realistic. It's like two practical people falling in love. So, when looking at this relationship, both of you are making choices and thinking about how the future of this relationship will be. By considering the future and weighing the practical factors, you are evaluating this emotional connection. This relationship, how should I put it, makes me feel that both people are very clear-minded. They know well how to make choices that would make them feel at ease. But making such a decision is somewhat difficult, almost like being in a particularly uneasy state. Now, let's look at the other person and see what they want to say to you. They say, "Don't ask, I can't give it to you." From this card, I feel that they know what you want, but they have no way to give you what you desire. Actually, I think there might be a bit of stubbornness here. As for the police officer, there's a sense of guilt involved. He feels that he can't do as much as he wants to, which disappoints you. In his heart, he feels very upset, but he doesn't want to show that he can't do it, or that he lacks the ability. He doesn't want to appear that way. He has no way to give you what you want, and he feels helpless. Despite this, he might even want to take you along a certain path. The difficult path is that if you want to be with him, you will feel regretful and hesitant. He cannot give you something better. He knows in his heart that the emotional connection between you two is very challenging. There are some issues that, if resolved, would make your relationship smooth. The key point is not that he doesn't want to solve them. He knows your emotional needs and inclinations. But he has no way out. The fact is that he just can't provide. It's like saying, "I know money can solve everything, but the key issue is that I don't have any money. I know that if I take a step forward, things would go more smoothly between us, but I just can't take that step forward. That's the situation we're in." Then why not come to me? Actually, I think when it comes to this person, everyone has their own difficulties. What he means is that he wants you to come to him, because he can't stop. He has other things to complete, and other demands to meet. But he also wants you. So in his heart, he's thinking, can you come to me a bit more? Can you come to find me? Moreover, this person actually lacks confidence. He wants to feel that he has a certain status in this relationship, or that there is a future, an opportunity, a possibility through your actions. However, he feels a lot of pressure and is indeed very exhausted. I think that in his heart, regarding the emotions between you two, he really doesn't want to let go, but I do feel that he seems to feel that the connection between you two is very, very entangled and very difficult. He also feels that some issues have gone beyond his control and beyond the control of both of you. Factors such as the broader environment, circumstances, and economy make him feel very tired and exhausted. He also feels that you have placed some expectations on him and he doesn't know how to meet them. Both of you are focusing on each other. Well, you wouldn't believe it even if I told you, so there might be some misunderstandings between the two of you. This includes the fact that this person doesn't really want to make promises because he feels that both of you are very realistic people. Even if he paints a rosy picture for you, you might not be able to accept it. You might also be unsure and think that he is just making things up. From his experience, he has talked about some future things before, but you didn't believe him or listen to him. You thought he was just talking nonsense. That experiment didn't work out, so now he's even more afraid to speak up. He says, attracted by appearance, which one of you looks better? If you are the one who looks better, then what he wants to say is that you are very beautiful, very handsome, very wonderful, and seeing you makes his heart flutter. No matter what he has gone through, seeing you makes him feel excited inside. If he is the one who looks better, then he is wondering if you only like him for his appearance. This question feels a bit strange. I really put my heart into it. Honestly, when it comes to relationships, I don't have the mindset of just playing around and then moving on. I think this person is not very willing to take things seriously or to go through very deep emotional experiences. I guess he has been hurt before, and when he got hurt, he realized that he was too serious about it, that he valued the relationship too much. So now, he hopes to approach things in a different way. Entering the relationship with a playful mindset, he will find that he genuinely cares about you. Even if he started with a playful attitude, now he feels that his thoughts are constantly revolving around you. This person might have others around him, but no matter who he is with, he will always think of you. He feels that others only provide a temporary sense of novelty and do not reach a state of deep affection or focused attention. In the meantime, he said that letting go of your hand would make his heart hurt even more. He feels that the emotions between you two make him particularly confused. He doesn't understand what exactly this relationship is about. He knows he can't give you what you need, but he also feels he can't let go, saying it's very beautiful. This encounter is a touch of the soul, a karmic entanglement, but he really doesn't know what to do. He is very afraid that this relationship will end because he feels that a world without you would be very lonely and hard to endure. He says, "I don't dare, I have too many concerns." He knows what he should do, but the key point is that he really doesn't want to, because he feels that if he does, the emotional bond between you two would be very difficult. He believes that there is a deep connection between you, and he feels that he has loved deeply. I think he just doesn't know how to proceed with this relationship. When there are too many things, it becomes really difficult to find that balance point. Let's draw a few more word cards. Just now, we mentioned that reality is not suitable. Why is reality not suitable? My mind is full of you, really. You have stirred up this person's thoughts into a mess. I, yes, am still quite proud and stubborn, with a hard exterior, and an even harder mouth. And then you stole my heart. On one hand, they are being soft, but on the other hand, they are being stubborn. I think this person is really two-faced. They said, "Don't ignore me." He said, "You were once the person I wanted to show off to the whole world." He also said that you are the only one in his heart. Indeed, it feels like his words are because your relationship makes him unable to think clearly, and he feels all confused. So, it seems that after you, he can't feel particularly moved by anyone else. All right, so this is all the information from our third group of friends. Thank you very much for watching, and we wish you all the best. Remember to like, comment, and add friends. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.